Tonight, we do want to take a closer look at that shocking video. Stephen's in the newsroom now with more on that. Stephen.
Yeah, Alicia, joining me now is criminal defense attorney Lewis Langham, formerly with the Michigan State Police for 25 years, and he's going to walk through this video. Thanks for coming in to talk about this. First of all, the officer says he feared for his life. Looking at that video, would you, if you were that officer, fear for your life at this moment?
It's not even a close call. The officer did not fear for his life in this situation.
Okay, so we look at this thing as it moves around now. Pay attention as it comes back around. Right here by his feet, there's a thing down on the ground. What is that, you think?
Now, from my perspective here, it appears to be the taser. It could be something else. But what he does with it later is going to be significant.
Okay, at what point did this, you can see the wires of the taser, by the way, trailing from him, so he has already got the wires in him, correct? Yes. Okay. And as he turns running, what would a police officer's training normally dictate him to do at this point?
He would either call for backup or start chasing him himself. There is absolutely no justification for firing that weapon at this point.
Okay, so anything that you see in that video as it moves, let's slow it down, by the way. It may be a little easier to take a look at what happens as it slows down. Anything at that confrontation that indicates to you that the officer is threatened?
Nothing at all indicates that the officer is threatened at this point, and that would be his only justification for firing his weapon, for fear for his life or someone else's life.
So in other words, if perhaps the man running away had reached in his pocket for something.
Exactly.
Any signs of seeing that happen?
None at all.
If the man running away was running towards something he could use as a weapon, perhaps?
That might be possible, but it doesn't indicate that at all.
You don't see anything like that that is a justification for
I see absolutely nothing on this videotape that indicates that this officer was justified in firing his weapon whatsoever.
You spent a lot of years on the force yourself, and you've been in a situation, I assume, where you've had a suspect in close control like this?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. And so what would you have done, do you suppose, had that been you in that position?
I would have continued running after him and made an arrest. I would have handcuffed him, knocked him to the ground, handcuffed him, and placed him under arrest.
Yeah, plus he's got the current. You know, at some point, apparently that current from the taser must have been running through him at some point, correct?
Well, maybe. Sometimes it's not effective. And in this situation, it's hard to tell, but it's not doing the job that the officer expected it to do because the individual is up and running.
Okay, murder charge, you think it's justified?
I think it's justified, absolutely.
Okay, thank you so very much
Thank you very much.
We do appreciate it.
All right.
More Action News coming up just ahead. Don't go away.